Hello, everyone. Greetings for the day. I'm Priyanjali from All About Skin Wellbeing. I'm sure all of you must be keeping good health. Today, we are going to discuss about a very important topic. We all know taking good care of your skin is more than just your appearance. As the largest organ, your skin becomes the most essential to your overall health. A fungal infection is very common on your skin or nails. Fungal infections or mycosis are diseases caused by fungus, yeast, or mold. Mild fungal skin infection can look like a rash, can be itchy and annoying. So let's connect today with our skin expert, Dr. Pallavi Rathi, live from Andheri to enlighten us on the topic of fungal infection. Dr. Pallavi Rathi is MD, DDV, FCPS, and she has 15 years of experience overall in this field. She is currently practicing at My Skin, My Health, and today we have her here with us on the screen. With that, I would like to welcome you to today's screen, Doctor. Thank you so much for joining us, and I'm so excited for all the things we are about to know from you today. Well, let's begin with the first and foremost question, which is what is fungal infection?
Thank you, Priyanjali, for a warm introduction. And let's talk about fungal infection today. So, to answer your first question, what is fungal infection? Fungal infection is normally an infection which is caused by organisms which are either staying on your body or inside your body. So, normally we all have organisms which stay on our body, but they do not cause infection because the barrier of our skin protects it from getting into an infective zone. Now, fungal infections can be contracted very easily whenever a person has bad hygiene or is in immunocompromised stage, and that is how we end up into getting fungal infections.
Right. Now, let's talk about the how do we recognize the condition? I think the main issue occurs when you are not able to recognize the condition. You're not able to identify the condition, and then you prolong it for a longer period of time. So, how do we understand how is the formation like, and how do we know that this is the right time to visit a nearest expert?
The fungal infections can occur on your skin, on your hair, nails, or it could be even inside the body. So they will represent in different scenarios differently. Now, whenever you have a fungal infection on the skin, it normally comes as an itchy rash, maybe circular lesions, which commonly people know about what they called as NITA, or maybe kind of a ringworm infection, commonly known as wherein circular ring
Mhm.
lesions develop on your skin, which become itchy, or they can come in the form of a white discharge through your vaginal area or genital areas and can cause a very peculiar odor causing candidiasis. So these are the various ways of presentation of fungal infection. On the scalp, it can come as dandruff, a severe form of dandruff, itchy scalp, some kind of boils on the scalp, or even on the face, you can get some boils which are even called as fungal acne. So there are different ways of presentation of a fungal infection. Sometimes in the oral cavity, you see a white colored plaque on your tongue, which is not going even after brushing your teeth. It could be a candidial infection. So fungal infections can represent differently in different parts of the skin and in different areas of the human body. So fungal infection, too precisely one should be aware about any rash which is itchy could be thought about a fungal infection, particularly in climatic conditions which are hot, humid.
Right. Now, because you mentioned about climatic conditions, doctor, tell us which regions are more susceptible to be suffering from the condition, and how do one take preventions if they are in such sort of climatic conditions? What are the basic preventions one should take?
Typically, fungus thrives in warm, moist conditions. So, particularly rainy season, everywhere fungal infections are very commonly seen. We see fungal infections occurring in rainy season in almost all parts of the country. It can happen, but particularly coastal areas, particularly hot, humid climates like Mumbai, Kolkata, they are more prone to get fungal infections where the sweating is heavy, or if it is a humid climate the fungal infections definitely have an uphold over this kind of climatic conditions. And the best thing one could do is keep yourself dry, maintain high levels of hygiene. That is very, very important. Do not be in the sweat
Hmm.
for long hours. People do have a tendency that they go for gym, then they come, they sit in the AC and in the room watching TV or listening to music, and don't wash or don't take a bath immediately, that is something which can cause fungal infections very easily in hot, humid climates. So, hot, humidity, moisture, and warmth. These are the key factors where the fungus will thrive very well.
Right. Now, the main question here is, Doctor, is is fungal infection contagious? Can it spread through touch?
Yes, fungal infection is definitely contagious. It can transmit through touch as well as through use of the towels, bed sheets, sharing of the
Mhm.
soaps, combs. So these are very commonly like from one person to another person you get fungal infections very easily. So whenever you have a fungal infection, we normally say that treat the entire family. If any person has fungal infection, if the male partner has, the female is equally susceptible to get the infection. If the female has, the male will get it. So if you see initial signs of fungal infection in any of the family members, all the family members should be treated so that the fungal infection gets cured completely from that environment.
Right. Now, let's move ahead towards the next question, Doctor. How do we diagnose patients? What is the first thing we take in when patients they come with such symptoms, and the treatments which are available currently for fungal infection?
So normally, what happens is fungal infections are many times even a normal layman diagnose fungal infection कि अच्छा ये तो नाइटा है ये रिंगवर्म है किसी फ्रेंड ने बता दिया केमिस्ट के पास चले गए एंड दे टेक सर्टन मेडिसिन फ्रॉम देयर so what I would advise all the viewers today is please do not treat fungal infection on your own. Many times you treat fungal infections by certain creams which contain steroid. Though you might get temporary benefit, but in the long term it is going to create problem for you. So please do not use steroid based creams while treating fungal infection. It is very, very important that your fungal infection is diagnosed by your dermatologist. The treatment is
Mhm.
started by your dermatologist because many times it's not only not only topical medications, but many times you might need help of oral medicines, certain certain anti-itching tablets or certain protective factors, maybe some body wash or something. So it is better that you take help of your dermatologist, start the treatment, complete the course of the treatment. Fungal infections are very responsive to the treatment. So normally what happens is the moment you start the treatment in 7 to 8 days, people feel that अरे ये तो चले गया fungal infection is gone. But remember, the fungal infection is not on the top layers of the skin. It is not only on the epidermis. It could be in the deeper layers of the skin, including your hair follicle, and then it comes back again and again. And you just keep on changing the creams or changing the tubes or changing the doctor. So it is important that you need to understand that fungal infection takes longer time to cure. It can be like the top layer of the skin looks normal, but fungal infection could be deep seated. So let the dermatologist decide your course of action and complete that course of action.
Right. Right now, Doctor, what are the antibiotics which normally treat fungal infection?
Antibiotics do not treat fungal infection. Antibiotics are meant for bacterial infections. So basically,
Mm-hmm.
antibiotics kill bacteria. So there is no antibiotic which will treat your fungal infection. For fungal infection, you need to give antifungals or take antifungals, antifungal cream. So that's what I was trying to tell you. That many times what
Mm-hmm.
happens now when you go to a chemist or some they give you a combination of antibiotic, antifungal, steroid cream. तो एक मसाला करके दिया जाता है something will definitely
Right.
work thinking that way but this is something which is the nuisance which is the start of the nuisance of a fungal infection. So the fungal infection which was
Mm-hmm.
supposed to get cured in 4 to 6 weeks will now take longer duration of time, longer medications, and definitely will create a bigger hole in your pocket. So definitely antibiotics do not work. It is always like recommended that antifungals need to be started at the right time so that the fungal infection does not spread and gets cured.
Right. Well, that was a serious information for you all today, people who are watching us. The main issue with fungal infection is it has a tendency of recurrence. Like there is this tendency of recurrence, and people mostly suffer with it, and they are mostly fed up of the reason that fungal infection they come in, the moment they stop the medication or the moment they are a little negligent about it, it comes back. So how do one deal with it?
One thing, Ranjani, which our viewers should be aware about, that fungal infection complete the course of the treatment. Secondly,
Mm,
maintain the hygiene. Thirdly, treat the concomitant conditions. If you have any diabetes or anything, you need to treat that as well. So many times, diabetic
right.
people are the people who get recurrent fungal infections. The reason being, you are
Mm-hmm.
just treating the fungal, but the underlying cause is recurrent change in your diabetic level, change in your sugar levels is causing that repeated fungal infections. So one needs to ensure that the underlying conditions are under control. Secondly, maintain good hygiene. Treat all the family members. Many times I have seen husband wife having fungal infection. Husband is not ready to treat. Wife has already treating. She got cured. Again got the infection. It is like a ping pong thing. So unless both the partners are treated, all the family members are treated, it is never going to go out of your family. So you need to convince your partner, your family members also, that this is an infection and this needs a treatment. So when one thing is done, like the treatment is completed, the family members have been treated, now comes the hygiene in the house. So what I normally tell all my patients during monsoon, that firstly ensure that you are wearing dry clothes, breathable fabric, wear cotton as far as possible. Try to dry the clothes completely. If there is no sun, it is better to iron the clothes before you wear. So the moisture
Mm-hmm.
should not be there. If there is moisture, you are actually making your fungal infections. You are actually giving the environment for the fungus to grow. So fungus is normally anyways present on your body. So there are a lot of bacteria, there are a lot of fungi, there are a lot of yeast which are present on your skin. Why they do not get infected is because your body is not giving that environment or that uh, biome to create a fungal infection. So the moment the barrier is disrupted, these things are there, it will cause a regrowth of fungal infection and you will get a recurrence.
Right. Right. Let's quickly move on towards the next question, doctor. Uh,
Yeah,
you mentioned bacterial. It's not antibiotics are not for fungal infections.
right.
It's for bacterial infections. Now let's also know the differentiation between fungal infection and bacterial infection. I mean, I have met a lot of people who would want to ask that. So how do we differentiate between the two?
Basically, see, bacterial infections normally will give you some kind of boils. Just let's take very common examples. Acne. Acne is a kind of bacterial infection. Okay. So there are something like boils, what we call as Baltod, folliculitis. These are all bacterial infections.
Hmm.
So bacterial infection will rather cause inflammation in your body and will cause painful lesions in your body. Fungal infections would be more of a red colored lesions which are itchy. So the main differentiation factor between bacterial and fungal would be the each component. Secondly, bacterial infections are something which are not going to they are not going to grow in circular fashion. They will come as kind of papules or some kind of boils coming on the hair follicle, coming on certain areas, particularly the beard area, the scalp area, the genital areas, the underarms. These are common areas for the bacterial infection. Whereas fungal infection, it is more of the sweat producing areas, could be the inner side of the thighs, could be the genital areas, underarms, the fold areas. So these are the key differentiating factors how you can differentiate a bacteria and a fungal. But what I would like to highlight here is when you get a fungal infection, since the condition is itchy, you keep scratching that area. The moment you scratch that area, you are giving a chance for the bacteria to go inside your skin and cause a bacterial infection, which we normally call as a fungal infection with a secondary bacterial infection. So there is a possibility that you might have both fungal as well as bacterial infection. In such cases, you need to treat yourself with both antibiotic as well as antifungal.
Right. Now, speaking about medications, let's talk a little bit more about it, doctor. This oral antifungals that we're talking about, is it safe if one uses this antifungals during the pregnancy?
Antifungals, certain antifungals are safe during pregnancy, but not all antifungals. I would never advise self medication during pregnancy. Let your doctor judge what is better for you. So, there are certain medications which we do not want to give in the first 3 months of pregnancy, where the organogenesis, like the main organs of the baby, is being formed. But in fourth, fifth, 6 months, we safely give certain antifungals. So let the doctor judge it. You have to always weigh the pros and cons in the long term, because pregnancy is a 9 month period. After pregnancy, also the child would be on breastfeeding for another 6 months. So you can't leave a woman suffering for 18 months, 9 to say around 15 to 18 months. So you need to treat fungal infections during that period. But definitely, the doctor will take a call whether you need oral medications, you do not need oral medications. You can go with only the creams. So this is something which is like a case to case differentiation, which a doctor would do once clinically he or she is examining the patient.
Right. Now, we are again and again mentioning about self medication today. Well, I think this is one of the major thing when we're talking about fungal infection, and people normally tend to do such mistakes in their usual life. We are all aware of the medications that treat fungal infection, and every household has such medications. And if not, our friends might have the name of the medication. We'll just visit the chemist and we'll ask him, "Ki, just give me that." And we end up ha- just consuming the medication without being aware कि हमें कितने दिन लेना चाहिए, हमारे dosage कैसे होने चाहिए. We are not aware of such things. Everybody has a different body type. uh, there are also people whom we know कि आप पहले के कुछ दिन आप medication continue करते हो under your doctor, and then you stop continuing the medication, and after a while when you are again, when the fungal
Getting
infection
you
again flares up, आप वही दवाई लेते हो. You just take the old prescription and you visit the chemist and you ask for it. Well, it might be a different formation of the kind. So
yes, yes.
that is one thing I think हमें बिल्कुल ध्यान देना चाहिए इस बात पे कि जब भी ऐसे changes आपके body में आपको नजर आए. uh, we will also talk about
I would
how
like to
medications.
highlight here one thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Many times what happens now, अगर आपने एक मेडिसिन पहले लिया है और आप वापस से उसको ले रहे हैं without completing the previous course, you might have developed a resistance to it. Or many times,
Right.
many of these fungal infections have some impact on your liver as well. So you never know, you are on other medications also for arthritis, for anything, which already has some impact on your liver, and you are adding up this antifungal burden on your liver. So
Hmm.
definitely when you start with the medications, आपकी concomitant medicines क्या चल रही है, आप कौन से मेडिसिन पे, आप कोई इम्यूनोसप्रेसिव पे हो, आप कोई थायराइड वाली मेडिसिन पे हो, आप डायबिटिक वाली मेडिसिन पे हो, उसका इंटरेक्शन क्या होता है इस मेडिसिन से. इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर अ लेमैन टू अंडरस्टैंड ऑल द intricacies involved into it. So
Hmm.
always take help of your doctor. Medicines are not just popping up pills, they are acting in your
Right.
body, and they get eliminated through your body, either through the liver or the kidney, can have an
Hmm.
impact
Hmm.
on
Hmm.
certain things. So rather than blaming कि मेडिसिन गड़बड़ है, आपने गलत तरीके से लिया इसलिए वो गड़बड़ है. So we need to understand that important thing, that medicines can work wonders for you, but you need to have the right knowledge, right dosing, and the right duration, how long to be taken.
Right. The worst thing that you're doing to yourself, everyone, people who are listening us, people who are watching this live, I can see a lot of people commenting, which is great. And I would request all of you to please come up with your question. By the end of today's live, we will be answering all your questions today. We are in discussion with Dr. Pallavi Rathi, and today's topic is fungal infection, a very important discussion, a very important topic during this time, especially. I think a lot of regions are still facing rain at this moment, and we all are suffering from the same. Now, let's talk about the worst kind of fungal infection, doctor, which can be. What is the worst case scenario if somebody's not treating it, and the worst kind of fungal infection?
If I think the audience would remember the COVID times and the black fungus mucormycosis which
Mm,
we had seen that time. That's the worst fungus which can eat up
Mm,
your organs, your muscles, including your bones, and cause extensive damage in your body. So that's a kind of a fungal infection which definitely it's not very normal to see, but it is not like we are
mm,
not aware about this fungus. We have seen certain cases, in fact, bad cases because of the COVID, because of the steroids being pushed into the body that time. And many times, even in cancer patients or patients who are on immunosuppressive medicines, you can see this kind of fungal infections. So this is the worst case of any kind of fungal infection. But normally, जो हम routinely देखते हैं वो हमारा ringworm and all these things, they are not life threatening, but definitely they are very very disturbing to a patient, disturbing the sleep, disturbing the productivity of a person, causing lot of damage to your skin, barrier damage, the marks they leave behind. So it adds to the morbidity rather than mortality, but definitely it impacts you like a kind of something which is going to bother you a lot. Even I've seen many patients who have used certain creams like steroid based creams, suppress the fungal, and they end up coming with huge stretch marks, like young girls coming with stretch marks, like a pregnant woman. It really feels bad that self damage is happening so much. So this is something wherein we should use this opportunity to understand that fungal infections are treatable. Treat it. Once you treat it, it
mhm.
is not going to bother you. But once you ignore it, it is going to come. It is going to just create a havoc in your life.
Right, right. Now, speaking of fungal infection, uh, that is treatable that you are mentioning, if we need to know that it is curable, it is treatable. So there is one kind of fungal infection which women are very much worried about, the nail fungal infection. The women who are working in the household on a regular basis and they have to do such work, and they have simply given up that this is not going to work. Probably it takes time. We know for nail fungal infections to get cured, it takes time, it takes consistency. So tell us, doctor, can such sort of fungal infection also can be cured? If yes, then how?
Every fungal infection is treatable. The duration is something which is going to matter. Now, what happens with the nail fungal infections? Normally, women, when they see that discoloration, they start putting the nail paint on it and start ignoring it.
Right,
They will only approach a
right.
doctor when the bacterial infection crops in and they get pain in that nail, or the nail fold is swollen, or it is a swollen finger. So most of the nail infections are ignored by our women in the society. So basically, this kind of infections take longer time. It can take between 3 to 6 months because nail is something which grows very slowly, and it is not your nail which
Hmm,
is getting infected. It's your nail bed which is getting infected. We need to
right.
understand that as the nail grows, that is how your fungal infection will go out. So it is not going to be 5 days, 7 days. It's not an antibiotic course. An antifungal in nail infection can take anywhere between 3 to 6 months. Suppose you have any bacterial infection, your doctor might advise you to take a short course of antibiotics first and then start antifungal, so that the bacterial load is reduced, and then we start with the antifungals. But most important, it is precaution. Like some people do have OCD. हर थोड़े देर के बाद हाथ धो रहे हैं, हर कुछ भी
Ah,
किया तो they are putting your
right.
hands in water. That's the wrong thing. The more you disrupt the barrier of the skin, the more you are making your skin and the nails prone to get fungal infection. So certain habits need to be changed. Whenever you are doing any kind of water related work, ensure that you do all the water related work at one go. Then dry up your nails properly, dry up your hands properly. In case if you are prone to fungal infections, you can just use a hair dryer from like a 4 to 5 inch away, and just dry up the hair in between the web spaces and everything properly, and use antifungal powders if required. So these are the best precautions which any woman can take.
Right. Tell us, doctor, what if people have been suffering from the condition and they have been negligent about the condition since like years now? And then after watching this live today, maybe they have seen a ray of hope and they think that we should visit the expert now. Is such scenario possible that after years of having fungal infection, on the nails, uh, our viewers, any one of our viewers, they visit their nearest expert and it can get cured. Is it possible?
100% it is possible. What happens in long term fungal infections? You might have your nail completely disrupted, the nail being broken completely. Your doctor would start you on some antifungals, might remove the infected nail if required, and
Mm.
allow the new nail to grow. It will take time, 6 months, 9 months, maybe a year, but yes, it is completely curable.
Right. Doctor, we know about diabetic patients, patients who are suffering from diabetes, they have a tendency of delayed response for any medications or any treatments per se. So what if the patient is diabetic? Can fungal infection also affect the same way for diabetic patients? Are they more
See,
susceptible to
diabetic
fungal infections?
patients, yes, diabetic patients would be more susceptible. The spread would be faster. Each component would be higher. The infectivity would be higher. They would be more prone to like transmit the infection to others, or maybe in same person, other parts of the body. So these are all the cons which come with diabetes because of the immune system being on the lower side. Now, herein, what you need to do is long-term treatment. That is most important thing, and simultaneously you need to control your diabetes as well. So, a person who is suffering from fungal infection and is having high diabetes, many times you need to refer such patients to their diabetologist to make their diabetes come under control. So, diabetes again is such an ignorant thing in our society. 6 महीने पहले दिखाया, 6 महीने पहले रिपोर्ट किया था, बाद में चल रही है दवाई, चल रही है दवाई, चल रही है, किसी ने चेक ही नहीं किया कि डायबिटीज कंट्रोल में है कि नहीं है. So many
Hmm.
times when we see the patients with fungal infection, we ask them to do the recheck of their diabetes, and we see the levels are weird. They are just extremely on the higher side, or the 3 month sugar level is not under control. And then we ask them, even if I give you antifungals, it is not going to help you unless you meet your diabetologist and ask them to control your diabetes to a level which is
Right.
acceptable. So definitely,
Right.
one any diabetic patient also can treat their fungal infections, but they need to take care of both the components, the fungal infection and their diabetes both. So then there comes the role of your diabetologist and your dermatologist together as a team.
Right. Um, well, let's quickly dive into the next kind of fungal infection, uh, which the children are more, uh, seem to be suffering from fungal infection on the scalp. So, how do one deal with such sort of fungal infection if their children is facing the same? And it's very hard to, control the children when they are going to the school and then they are always amongst their friends. They don't have that sense. So, how do one manage that?
Now, basically, fungal infection in children. Unfortunately, we are seeing a lot of fungal infection nowadays, even in infants. So, normally, this
Mm.
kind of fungal infections are either transmitted by the parents or some caretaker of the child. So, one thing which I
Right.
would ask my viewers to take care of. Now, many times, see, we are all working. Even women are working nowadays. So, definitely, we take help of our house help to take care of our kids and everything. Ensure that your house help does not have nail fungal infection. That's something wherein your child will contract the infections easily. Secondly, in schools, normally sharing of the caps, combs, all these things can transmit the infection from one child to the other. Now, fungal infection in children, normally what you were talking about was something with the scalp, which is called as tinea capitis. Now, what happens in such
Mhm.
kind of fungal infection? This fungus eats up the hair. So once the hair is eaten
Right.
up, there will be round patches seen. And many times these round patches are taken mistakenly diagnosed as alopecia and treated in a different way. So this kind
Mm.
of fungal infections, wherein the hair is gone, there is redness, there is itching, please consider it could be a fungal infection. Visit your dermatologist, get it checked. If it is a fungal infection, this needs antifungal treatment. Your child needs antifungal treatment, and within 4 to 6 weeks, you will see the infection going off, the hair coming back. So it is completely, it's a like a magical reversal which you see in such kids, like the entire hair which was gone comes back in 2 months. So this is something
Right.
which is quite treatable. But yes, sharing of the caps, sharing of the combs, this is something जहाँ से ये infection easily transmit हो सकता है. I do agree. It is difficult for us to ask the kids कि कुछ मत share करो. At one point we are teaching
Right.
them sharing is caring, and at other point we talk about this. But yes, we
Right.
need to make them understand hygiene. That is important. What things can be shared, what things are personal for us, and we should not share. This is something which we should ensure teaching them at the right stage.
Right. Agreed. Well, doctor, there is another kind of fungal infection which you mentioned earlier. Let's talk a little bit more about it. Fungal infection in the groin area, which women mostly we see nowadays, women they are suffering from it, and they are ranting about it. It's painful. It's a painful process, especially for the women. So, what are the prevention one can take in, especially if the person is working at a public sector or he or she has to use the public toilets? What are the preventions one can take?
So, a very good question since we are targeting here of female population. Uh,
Mhm.
Let me tell you, females are more prone to get fungal infections from public toilets. Basically, what happens is just imagine a unisex toilet. A person, a male person or a female person has just used it and had a good amount of fungal infection. He or she must have
Mhm.
shed some kind of fungal components on your seat, and you are using the same seat. So ensure that you wipe off the seat completely if it is in a public toilet. Nowadays, you get sanitizers. There are certain in certain hotels or in certain areas you get those wipes also, or that plastic sheet which gets which you can change every time. So whatever way you can, but ensure that you are cleaning that area, and then you are using that toilet seat. Secondly, what one can do is, if a woman is known to get recurrent infections, if they can learn the technique of urinating with those devices, it is always better that in public toilets, if they are using those devices wherein you don't need to sit and you can pee through those devices, it is better. Definitely, it's not easy to learn, but youngsters they can take care of this. Also, sanitary napkins. We normally forget this, that many times we have seen that fungal infections increase during menstrual cycles. And
Mhm.
herein, the
Mhm.
most important thing is the sanitary napkins, because of their use for long hours, not changing, they can trigger these infections very easily. So people who can learn to use menstrual cups is a good idea to use that. For people who have repeated fungal infections, if you can learn the technique of using the menstrual cups in the right way, it will always help you to prevent the recurrence. So these are the common things which a woman can do. Also ensure that you clean the area completely, dry it. Just don't be in a hurry to use the toilet and just come out. Dry the area completely. Carry some antifungal powder in your purse. Whenever you go into your washroom, use the antifungal powder. These are the techniques which everybody who is into a public sector using public toilets should consider.
Right. Now, Dr. Devi, also know a lot of people who are, as we are saying, that we need to maintain the hygiene of the area. But thinking of this, we see a lot of people who maintain over hygiene. So are these over hygiene products which are available in the market, are they safe to use, or one should one use it?
Basically, it requires a simple cleansing with soap and water. Nothing more than that is needed. Many times, what happens is the moment you buy certain specific products for certain specific areas, you keep on overusing it, and while
Mm.
overusing, you are actually eliminating the good bacteria. When your good bacteria is eliminated, what will happen? The fungal infection will get a chance to thrive. So you don't need to do harsh
Right.
cleaning of that area, repeated cleaning of that area. You just need to ensure dryness. You just need to ensure cleaning with plain water, max soap and water. That is very important. Only in specific conditions or in certain things where your doctor would advise you to use something like a probiotic based something or this to ensure that the good bacterial growth is there so that they do not allow the fungal to overpower it and the fungal growth is not going to happen.
Right. Now, moving ahead, Doctor, well, this was all about the. Okay, there is another question. I recently met someone who was confused when she was facing such fungal infection in the groin area. Whom should one go to at that point of time? A dermatologist or a gynecologist? Whom should she consult?
Okay, so herein I would always advise that this comes under the purview of a dermatologist. There are many conditions in that area which look like fungal infection. It could be flexural psoriasis, it could be just eczemas, and many times they get misdiagnosed by our counter peers just because you see your eyes, your brain will only identify the things what your eyes have already seen. So dermatologists
Mm,
are more trained to diagnose these conditions and differentiate it from the other conditions. So definitely I
right.
would advise that the first point of contact should be your dermatologist. If the dermatologist suspects anything internally, wherein they need to see internally whether there is any source of infection in the uterus, cervix, or anything, then he or she might tell you to go to a gynecologist. But definitely,
Mm-hmm.
herein, I think it is your dermatologist who should be your primary point of contact. And
Right.
then, if he or she feels, they can talk to your gynecologist or maybe refer you to a gynecologist.
Right. Doctor, also tell us, what if, as you mentioned, that the other person can suggest you or she can prescribe a wrong medication or maybe treat you the wrong way? Um, in that case, what if somebody has been through such wrong treatment? Can the fungal it go through evolution? Is it possible? Can it evolve in a different, or can it have a different formation?
Basically, होता क्या है ना, whenever you use anything like a steroid cream changes the picture of a fungal infection. So steroid creams completely suppresses the infection, and even your dermatologist might fail to find out what it is. So there is always a confusion when a steroid has been used. So what we normally do is we ask the person to stop all creams. Let's wait for 7 to 8 days. Let's see if the fungus is growing and then identify whether it is fungal or it's not fungal. Second, there are certain skin tests could be done like a cured skin scraping test wherein you can identify if there is a fungal growth happening in that area. We can even do the culture and sensitivity of certain tissues to find out whether the fungus is susceptible to this antifungal or not. So these are the
Mm-hmm.
various ways where we can just correct or we can uh, reduce that burden of that steroid based damage which has happened and then start correcting. But definitely time is more time is required will be more because your doctor will need time to understand how it is behaving, how your fungus is growing now after stopping of your steroid based creams and stuff. She might require he or she might require certain investigations and then it comes to a conclusion. So be under the supervision, be under the advice of your dermatologist, and maybe within
Mm-hmm.
max 8 to 12 weeks your life will settle down and your doctor might tell you that can just continue for another 1 month or 2 months more depending upon how your fungus has been throughout the previous year months.
Right. Well, with that, I think we can dive into the viewers' questions now. The first question comes from Tanishka Rajoria, who asks, can fungal infection be caused by gardening?
Tanishka, fungal infection directly gardening as such is not going to cause you fungal that every gardener will have a fungal infection. What will cause you fungal
Mhm,
infection while gardening is repeated usage of your water, pouring your hands or feet in water for long hours. If the soil has fungal growth, now many times what happens na, in monsoon we see that green colored what we call as kind of a fungal growth or in I think in Marathi it is called as shival or Hindi it is something similar
mhm,
a word is used. So this green color is something which is a fungus. Now, if you're touching that soil with bare hands and this, and your skin had that barrier disruption, so you might get a fungal infection because of that. So hygiene, doing it in the right way will not cause.
Right. Doctor, what about pets? Can pets be one of the reason for the spread
Yes,
of
yes,
fungal
yes.
infection?
Pets can be a reason for fungal infection. Many times, what happens is pets do have fungal infection, and if you have a pet who is having a fungal infection, it is better that the pet is taken to the vet and treated, because fungal infections, as we discussed earlier, also by touching, by sharing, it can transmit. So yes, animals could be the source of fungal infection.
Right. Well, pet owners, I think this was for you. You need to be careful with your pets, also with yourself if you're having a pet. Now let's dive into the next question, which comes from Sumit Sen. Asks, my brother have fungal infections, so he can go out, but covering it or not.
Okay, I think what
Does he need
Sumit
to?
wants to understand is, can fungal infection be covered? Definitely, it can be covered. It needs to be covered. If it is in the private areas, you can't just roam like that. So, definitely, fungal infections can be covered, but you can't wear tight clothing. What you need to do is, you can dust antifungal powders, and then you can cover them. That's one way. Or if you're treating your fungal infections, as I said, they are very quick responders, maximum number of times. So within 7 to 8 days, the you will see the fungal growing down and the infection coming down, and it's matter of just a week or two that your fungal will start responding.
Well, the next question, doctor, comes from Deepak Saxena, who asks, does fungal infection cause, can it come from gym environment? Basically, this is what he means. And what are the precautions one should take in?
Basically, in the gym, what happens? The fungal infections, you will have a transmission through the common things, which are common instruments which you are using, maybe the dumbbells or something, wherein you can have that. Towels, if they are being shed, that could be the common source of fungal infections from the gym. But mostly, what fungal infection, how fungal infection can affect in a gym environment is at an individual level. Like if I'm sweating a lot, I've already prone to now getting fungal infections if that fungus is there on my body. So ensure that
Mhm.
you take a shower immediately. So as soon as
Right,
possible, once you are back from the gym, take a shower with soap and water, or your body wash and water. That is important.
right. The next question, doctor, comes from Tina Bhargav, asks, does exchanging clothes with friends cause fungal infection?
Yes, 100% it can cause, if your friend is having a fungal infection and you are using the same cloth, you might get a fungal infection.
Right. And the last question, doctor, today comes from Desu Desai, who asks, does it affect other organs also?
Yes, the so fungal infection can affect any organ of the body, including the lungs, the brain, anywhere. Fungus can grow anywhere. As I said earlier during the discussion, also we as dermatologists are dealing with fungal infection of the skin, hair, nails, and the mucous membranes, that is your tongue and the genital areas. But we have intensivists, our physician friends, who deal with fungal infection of the nail, of the GI system, of the brain, of the eye, of the ear. So you do have fungal infections which can affect any organ of the body. The visible fungal infections, skin being the largest organ, the maximum burden of fungal infection is taken by the skin. But yes, you can get fungal infection anywhere in the body.
Right. Well, that was the last question for the day, doctor. We had a wonderful discussion with you. We got to learn a lot from you. Before we take a leave, any take-home message for our viewers who has watched us so far?
Three things which I would tell all my viewers: treat your fungal infection in the right way. Do not use OTC products. Anything which has worked for your friend is going to work for you is does not hold true. And thirdly, treat the underlying condition. That's it. Hygiene level to be maintained. That is very, very important for all of us. Once you take care of all these basic things, you will never suffer from fungal infections.
Right. That was the expert advice for today, and that was Dr. Pallavi Rathi for us. Thank you so much once again, Doctor, for your valuable time. It was a very informative session for our viewers today, and we look forward to meeting you very soon again and learning new things from you. And thank you, viewers, for your excellent participation. For more information on skin and health, make sure you are connected to our page, our Facebook page, All About Skin Wellbeing. We are also available on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. You all stay safe and stay healthy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Doctor.